What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. And you are joining me in the kitchen because, as promised in the last video, we're starting the install of the Edge Juice with Attitude tuner for the Ram 2500. Let's see what this box has to issue. Alright guys, so we cracked the box open here. First off, I just want to say this is absolutely not a how-to do video. This is the first one of these I'm ever putting in my truck. I just want to share my experience with you guys as far as, you know, how easy it was, how hard it was, what I think of first impressions, things like that. First off, the first impressions look amazing. I mean, you open up the box, you have all your products, you have your computer, you have all your wiring, you got installation instructions. Obviously, it's a nice box. But on this side, this little sleeve was over this box, which houses your screen, or your monitor, if you will. And underneath that, all there is a wiring harness. And then this has a booklet as well that shows you how to go through and make adjustments yourself, or it has the pre-programmed power levels as well. So anyways, yeah, looks good. I just wanted to show you what was in the box and let you know, don't expect this to be a how-to video, because I'm going to have to look up some stuff on how to myself. Anyways, we'll see you guys out in the truck. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go over what I have done. We have done a few things, but look what showed up. The cold air intake showed up while I was out here working, so we will be installing that next video. So stay tuned for the S&B cold air intake video. But with that being said, I got the wiring harness started, but first and foremost, what you're going to want to do is remove the F75 fuse, which that's on this application. Make sure that you're paying attention, but you can see it's listed right there, so you know which one to do. And then it has a little wire on it. You're going to want to make sure your wire is on the right side, otherwise you're going to mess some stuff up, so pay attention to the pictures. And then you're going to want to trim out your fuse box to allow that wire to poke out without pinching it. All right, once you have that new wire installed, then second thing you're going to work on is these ports going to the injectors. So you have your front one here, and then the back one is back down there. You can see the new plug. So you plug your new wire into the truck, and then your old wire goes into the female end of the Edge plug. So show you on this one. So new plug, then the old plug goes into the female side there, just like that. But your longest cord obviously goes to the back, your shortest cord goes to the front. And then we plugged in the red wire to the fuse that we just installed. The black little wire is your negative, which on these Rams have a negative right there. So that's done. And then after that, we do the OBD2. So let's jump in the cab. All right, so inside the cab, we plugged in the OBD2. So simple as just plugging that one in. But once you got that plugged in, or before you plug it in, whatever you desire, but you have this rubber grommet right up there. You can see my two wires going through it out into the engine compartment right there. But you have that rubber grommet, and it allows you access out into the engine compartment. Now you're going to want to run your data connector cable through that out into the engine, and then it plugs in to the module, or to the wiring harness out there. You're going to want to keep this one inside your truck. So the other one comes in right there. So I mean, it's all, stupid son, it's all pretty easy to get to. So, and then we're obviously going to zip tie all this stuff up nice, but so I ran mine up this way in between the battery and the fender and around, and then you see the connector here. That's where we plugged it in, and then we'll make sure that's all nice and done. But that's as far as we've got so far. It's pretty easy as of now. We're about maybe 45 minutes, an hour into it, and I'm making sure that I just get everything done right, obviously, because we don't want to mess shit up. So let me get a couple more things done, and then we'll go over that here in a minute. Okay, so the next step is the exhaust gas temperature probe, and you can see that little hole that I drilled right down there. So you have to drill a hole in the side of your manifold from the 2007 and a half to the 2021s. So what I did is I took out my fender well. That way I had nice access here to the side. I drilled an 1/8 inch pilot hole. It tells you where to drill it, just off to the right hand side beyond sender, essentially is what they recommend. And so I drilled an 1/8 inch pilot hole, and then that's a 5/16 inch final hole. And then you need a tap kit to tap some threads. So that's what we're going to do next, is put threads in there, and then we can install the EGT probe and run that, and we'll be one step closer. Well, that was a chore, ladies and gentlemen, but you can see I got the little, I don't even know, it holds the prod, so that little screw stuck in up there. So we're talking about that right there. I ended up drilling a 3/8 inch hole, and then I didn't have the right tap, but if you go to Harbor Freight, it asks for a 1/8 by 27 tap, which is this little guy here. But so this kit right here at Harbor Freight, I think it was like 12 bucks, 20 bucks, but it was the only one that I could find that has the 1/8 inch 27 NPT, and that's the one you need to tap that hole. But I drilled a 5/16 inch hole first and tried tapping it, and I could not get it to go. So I drilled it a little bit bigger at a 3/8 inch hole, and then I buried the tap, the back side of the tap, right to the face. So if it was setting flush with that, and then it screwed right in. So now we just have to install this EGT prod through there, tighten it down. We'll run the cords around the back side of the block, and then come over, and they both hook to these. And then those have some heat shrink, which I have tons of heat shrink, but they come with their own heat shrink. So we'll heat shrink those together, and then we'll move on to the next page and see what's next for us. All right, next step has been completed. So as you can see, I've zip tied all the wires together. You can follow the silver wire over, it drops down on that prod that went in for the exhaust gas temperature. Then after that, we had to install this little green one here. This wire, it's the jab, the juice, I can't remember what it stands for, but it's this thing right here. So the one side goes over to here, and you plug it into your module. The other side drops down and goes through the firewall, where you put your other cord through the firewall earlier, and then it plugs in right here. So now all we got to do is finish up the interior, and I think we're about done after that. So stay tuned. All right, guys, and don't forget your Velcro. I need to clean off the top of my fuse box, but essentially they give you some Velcro with some double-sided tape, or well, single-sided tape, and then Velcro on the other side. That way you can Velcro your module right there to the top of your fuse box, so that's where it's going to sit and stay and look pretty. And then I just kept all the wires up running over the top of all the heat shields and everything. That way I don't have to worry about anything. But anyways, yeah, on to the next item. Okay, I don't remember where the crap I was at, but we just put the negative battery terminals back on both sides. We got the inner fender well liner, whatever the crap that's called. We got that put back in. We cleaned everything else up, so it looks all nice. And then we buttoned everything up on the inside, so it looks all nice and zip tied together. Everything's good to go there. Guess I can fold my carpet back up and remove the razor blade I used to cut the grommet. And then we ran the wire up here to the screen, so this whole panel right here pops out. I just stuck a screwdriver in. Well, you can kind of see where I stuck it in right there. Or scratch that off. Ruined my resale value. But anyways, I just stuck it in, popped that off, ran the wire up through there. And now, as you can see, stay there, bud. Oh, where's my keys? Thought I left my keys in here. There they are. Turn her over. Crank her up. Turn down the music so I don't get copyrighted. As you can see, no engine lights. Yes, my tire pressure is low, but that is what it is. These little teeny tires handle a lot better when there's only 60 pounds compared to 80. Yes, we agree. I don't know if this is going to do this every time I start it up, but I did adjust my tire size, so my tire size is set at a 35-inch tire now, which is nice because I know that my speedometer's been off a little bit, but there you go. So, and then your main menu buttons, this bottom one, you can go through here. We'll try to figure all this stuff out. I want to do performance testing, so 0 to 60. So what we're going to do is go out. It'll be one of the next couple of videos. I leave in the morning to go back on the road, so we will go out and test 0 to 60 times in the power levels. So if you want to select power levels, this little yellow one at the top, just hit that, drag it down, and then you can go all the way down to power level 0, which is just stock, I would assume, or all the way up to level 5. So we will go out and play with those. I do need fuel though, because I am out. But anyways, guys, that's it. We're done. Yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, subscribe. And the next video will probably be the air filter. And then we'll go out and mess around with some 0 to 60 times and see what this 7,000 pound beast can do. So, but with that being said, I appreciate y'all for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and get yourself an edge tuner for your truck.